Magic the Gathering.
Magic, 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 I'm so magic.
Gathering magic.
Spend a lot of money on cards.
Playing cool cards with my friends.
Playing all so magic.
We're all winners in the end.
I was hoping to see Dune 2 this week, but I never did.
Okay.
Because I'm a big Duner, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've read the book probably like 8 times in my life.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm excited to see the second part. The first movie was amazing. I never thought I would ever get to see a good Dune adaptation, but we got one in the first movie. So, and I'm only hearing good things. I was a little scared by Timothy. What's his name? Timothy, like Chateau, whatever his name is. What's his?
Chalamet.
All right, I knew some French stuff. I don't know, some French something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is he actually French? Like, does he actually speak French? Like, is he from France, or does he just have a cool last name?
I don't know. I don't know
You know
anything.
what I mean?
About, yeah, I don't know anything about.
Is his mom like a French model or something, or is he just like, oh, I'm from Ohio?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Timothy Chalamet, so
Okay.
not a clue, not a one on him. But,
Well, I was a little worried though about him in Dune because he's, Paul can go hard in the books,
mm-hmm.
and apparently he lives up to it. Apparently, there are some hard moments where everybody apparently was like, man, okay, we get it. Like, he can be hard when he's not just a teenage heartthrob,
Mm-hmm.
He can also be hard when he wants to. So I'm looking forward to that movie. Have you seen the first one?
I've not seen the first movie.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. That's no bueno.
I read the first book though. I enjoyed it. Read that with my book club. But yeah, haven't really seen the films. I had them on kind of in the background. I think one of our last Commander days, actually.
Oh yeah, we did.
So that was just kind of I watched the one from the 80s. The
Yeah,
what's his name?
the Lynch,
David Lynch one. I've seen that one a couple times. That movie's crazy.
That movie is not a Dune movie, but I love it.
Yeah, very bizarre. Very bizarre. But I would love to see the new adaptations because I've heard nothing but good things about them. So
No, they're really good. You should definitely check them out. Yeah, also what's his name? Denis Villeneuve. I don't think he's got a bad movie. Like, have you seen Sicario by him and stuff?
I've not.
Yeah, he only has bangers. Like, he's
All right. Fair
yeah,
enough.
big fan.
Cool. Yeah, anyways, welcome to Wild Dogs Podcast, a show inspired mostly by our love for the game known as Magic the Gathering. I'm your host, Leland, and with me here today is our other co-host, Luke.
Hello, everyone.
So yeah, thank you for stopping by and listening to us ramble on about all things Magic. Let's do some Wild Dogs news. What are the updates for the boys?
So I got an update. I'm a little slow to the game here, but I discovered Orzhov, the Orzhov Syndicate last night.
Okay.
I was going through some bulk, and I created a Karlov of the Ghost Council deck just purely off bulk, and I think it's actually pretty juiced. I was like kind of surprised at like how easy it is to make something halfway decent in Orzhov.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I created an Orzhov deck, and I'm like, man, this seems like it's gonna be really fun. And basically, what the deck is that it's a life gain deck, but also because I'm a green player, every time you gain life, Karlov of the Ghost Council gets beefed up with 2+1/+1s. So I'm basically gonna play Voltron Lifelink, which is the only way I could possibly do Orzhov, I feel like.
All right. Are you gonna be running a lot of the like extort cards?
I don't even know what that is.
So extort. And actually, I should actually pull up. I'm trying to think. I think Blind Obedience is probably a good example. It's a pretty classic example of extort because it just hits the battlefield and starts doing mean things to your opponents. So extort is whenever you cast a spell, you can pay white or black, and technically extort that isn't like it doesn't factor into your color identity of your deck. Like you can like black, just mono black decks can run this, and mono white decks can run extort cards.
Interesting.
Because it's a cost that isn't like I don't know the exact reason why, but extort, because it's just the keyword extort and the pay, like you have to pay for extort, but it isn't a cost built into the color identity of the card.
Interesting.
So you can have extort, like this is I had this in my mono white deck for a minute.
Okay.
But extort is whenever you cast a spell, you can pay either 1 white or 1 black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. And then Blind
That's
Obedience for 1 white has extort. It's an enchantment. Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. So pretty mean commander card, a pretty mean kind of tempo control type card that also gives you the ability to drain your opponents on every single spell you cast. So
yeah, I don't have this in my deck. Literally the whole deck is just random, like it's like lifelink, and it's like, hey, when this creature comes into the battlefield, you gain a life. Like it just like all life gain stuff, and then it's all life gain stuff, and the whole goal is just to pump him up. Also, a thing I discovered is that white and black don't really have trample. I could not find a single trample card in my bulk that was white or black.
What were you looking for trample in specific, or were you just noticed that?
No, I just noticed it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
A lot of flying though. A lot of double.
Yeah, white has a lot of flying. Honestly, black has a decent amount of flying as well. Through, typically it's like, weirdly enough, vampires. A lot of vampires have flying. But yeah, Karlov is an interesting commander. Which, do you have this art, the normal art, or do you have I think they have an anime one that's actually pretty sweet. Which
yeah, I'm good.
Which you don't, dude. It's not even that anime. It's just kind of like a cool.
I don't know, dude.
It's a little too. It's got
I have the normal American art. That's what I have.
Okay,
I don't have that weird anime.
Gotcha.
I also definitely don't have the 1 of 500, or I don't have a serialized version. I just have I have that one. Yeah.
Gotcha. Did you just crack it in a pack of Ravnica Remastered?
Yeah, I cracked it in a pack. I was sorting through some bulk and I saw it. I'm like, wait, this looks really fun. And then I just started looking through my black and white cards, and I actually have a lot of random black power cards. So I have a lot of just random, just black power cards, I guess you could say. I have is it Exquisite Blood, where it's every time whenever you lose life, I also gain that much life. So I just had a copy of that. Okay. So yeah, just I had a couple black power cards that are just in my binder, but I never played, and so now I have a cool reason to play them. But also, I'm playing this deck not as evil as I could be.
Okay.
So I'm not doing a lot of black is a lot of everybody takes 5 damage, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. But I'm actually playing it as pure life gain.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play it as Voltron, where I just want to pump him up with +2/+2s and then just swing out. And then give him flying randomly, do some combat tricks along the way.
Okay, interesting. So Karlov, Voltron. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because he's got a very strong, and of course this is a very Luke.
Yeah, this is the only way I can play black and white.
This is
Voltron.
We'll also just +1/+1 counters. I feel like if a commander, if you don't see the word +1/+1 counters on a card, you're immediately out.
Yes, exactly. I tried to be a spell slinger for a minute, and I just was this feels wrong.
Yeah, you had
itchy.
I think you had a Niv Mizzet deck.
Yeah,
that lasted all of a week.
Yeah, I had a Niv Mizzet deck. I like the Riz. I like the the energy, but I'm not a spell slinger. I just not for me.
Yeah, fair enough. We all know what we like, and you're a big fan of the old +1/+1 counter.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm eager to see. I'm really excited that you're branching into these 2-colored decks. You've got Zabaz you're building. You've got Karlov. We're finally getting there. We're making our way into these dual colored.
Let's slow our roll here. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I'm glad you're dipping your toes in the Orzhov waters. So
heck yeah. So yeah, what's new with you?
Honestly, not a ton. I finally got around to updating all my decks with all the cards I got signed
Okay.
at MagicCon Chicago, which
Took a couple days.
yeah, it took more than a couple days. It's literally been since we got back that it's been this task, and I kind of like hindsight, 2020. I should have been a bit more organized when taking cards out of my decks, and like, because I have a whole list in Moxfield for everything I got signed, my signing list, etc. But yeah, finally starting to put all my signed cards from MagicCon into my decks, which is sweet. And yeah, I just should have been more organized with my system, because I for each of my commander decks, there's just a bunch of like empty sleeves at the front of each of my decks when opening the deck box. So for a couple of them, it was like 10 just empty sleeves, and I had to look at the list and be like, oh, I should have put these in like the sideboard or something, in Moxfield or something, because I was just looking at my full deck list and was like, oh, I have to look through all 90 of the other cards in this deck to figure out which ones need to go in. But luckily, for the most part, I mean, with my signing list on Moxfield, I just went in, sorted that by color, and was like, oh yeah, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. But it definitely added, probably like a half hour of time, which isn't a ton of time, but it like was a little bit of a headache putting all my cards back to where they should go. But
Right.
Yeah, really, really excited on all the signatures we got, and we'll obviously talk about that a little bit later in the podcast, when we talk about Artist Alley. But yeah, that was kind of my big project for the last week or so.
No, I had the same pain. I did not organize very well.
Yeah, moving on to Magic news, official news from the source itself, from the old Wizards.
Yep.
We've got preview season. Preview season is upon us, and that was also kind of brought on by MagicCon. I think MagicCon Chicago is kind of the catalyst of, like, obviously that's a big thing that they do at the cons, is have a big preview panel. I think it was on the first day. We went the second day. We went on Saturday. But I think on Friday they had the big preview panel and showed off a bunch of stuff for Thunder Junction, Fallout, Bloomburrow, Assassin's Creed, and Modern Horizons 3, I think were the kind of focal points. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to lead us off with the old Thunder Junction?
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, wait. Leading off with Thunder Junction, I'm going to ask for each of these sets. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about Thunder Junction? Are you excited? Are you mid? Are you not excited? What are you feeling?
Okay, I like this. So, like, at the beginning of each of
these...
Gut
check. What do you think?
We're going to do a gut check at the beginning of each of these, and both you and I will do on a scale of 1 to 5. How about, like, 5-star scale? Does that sound fair?
Okay, I like it. How about we go 1 to 7? No, I'm okay. We'll go 1 to 5.
Yeah. We're going to do either 5 or 10.
Yeah. No, we'll do 5.
Okay. Do 5. Thunder Junction, I'm feeling, I was honestly pretty warm on this set when it was first announced. I know some people were like, oh, like a cowboy Western set. Like, how's that going to work for Magic? But I have always been pretty stoked on this. I think right now, my gut check's probably about a 4 out of 5. How about you?
Yeah, I'd actually say I'm a 5 out of 5 excited.
Okay, all right.
I'm a cowboy. Like, they're my favorite. Like I had somebody once ask me at a bar. They're like, "Yo, do you like samurais? Do you like knights, or do you like cowboys the best?" And I was like, "Cowboys, dude." You
are kind of wearing this like southwestern Aztec.
Yeah, I got my Adobe shirt,
Adobe Pendleton. Type vibes.
I'm a big cowboy guy. I love Western movies. Maybe my favorite genre of movie.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm a big Western guy. I know that the original gut check of the community was like, oh man, like it's got guns in it. That's evil. That's bad. Get over yourself. This is sick, dude. We got cowboys in Magic the Gathering. My favorite outlaw warrior type. I don't know. I'm excited too. Also, like, I lived in Texas for a while, so I'm all for the, like, I love the South. I love cowboy energy. I love the big hat energy. I'm a big fan of everything.
Yeah, we're going from the fedoras in Karlov Manor to the cowboy hats.
Yeah, we're going from edgelords
Thunder
to
Junction.
the South. And also too, there's like such cool art in this set. Like there's a big like a big worm, like a sandworm that's like wrapping around like a big tumbleweed. There's just such cool art in this set. I'm super excited for it. And yeah, like kind of in the same kind of like as like Riz goes. they've started showing off these like cool like wanted poster art treatments that I think look kind of cool. I mean, personally, this is just me. Like, I just want the base nowadays. Like, I don't want cool art treatments. I just want like, just give me the normal art, maybe the full art version. Like, I don't need cool art treatments, but as treatments go, I think this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it's kind of like a, old timey, wanted poster / like newspaper. Right now we're looking at the new Thoughtseize, which is from the, what's it called? One of the extension printings.
Yeah.
Which I think for this set they've got like 4, which is honestly kind of ridiculous. Because they've got obviously the Outlaws of Thunder Junction regular set, the Commander set. They've got this thing that's called, what is this? But they've got like a vault. Yeah, hold on. Look. Okay, so it's the breaking news set code, which I think are reprints like Thoughtseize and stuff. There's the big score set code, which I don't know what that is. And then there's the special guests, which they've been doing the last couple sets. So it's getting a little out of hand with all the different sets for each set, all the subsets within each set.
Wizards is like, I know what they'll love. More confusion.
Yeah, because I think in this, the big score is what I think people have been saying, that the big score subset was supposed to be like an Aftermath. Like if you remember March of the Machine Aftermath, which I think you just opened a big collector box of.
Your boy made out big.
Which Luke and I, we've got some trades in the works here.
Yeah, we got some plans after this episode.
We've got some wheelings and dealings to be had. Because he pulled a Halo foil Calyx, which I just need for my.
Don't worry, that will be in your collection
for my enchantment deck. So we'll work it out. I actually have a ton of stuff for Zabaz, which I introed Luke to on the last episode.
Which, by the way, that's, I've gone down the rabbit hole. Like it is, Zabaz is 100% my next deck, and we'll probably talk about that more in a future episode.
Oh yeah, once you have it together in paper. I also have a new commander deck that I'm putting in paper. It's Evelyn the Covetous. It's like a play from exile kind of chaos, exile cards from everyone's deck that everyone can play type of deck. And it's inspired by the fact that my dog's name is Evelyn. So once I found out that there was an Evelyn in Magic, I was like, I have to build it. And it's actually an extremely cool Streets of New Capenna commander card. So yeah, it should be interesting. So we'll have to have an episode where you bring Zabaz, I bring Evelyn, and we kind of talk about our latest commander decks that we're currently in the process of building. So definitely a future episode there. I know you noted a couple cards here from Thunder Junction.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are, so the big ones that they've shown off so far. So they showed a new version of Oko. Personally, I don't really care. I'm not, I don't know. Just I think that's not for me.
I think that's the general consensus, because
who cares?
Everyone saw Oko is back, and original Oko broke the game of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, we've got another Oko. It's going to be crazy. And he's okay.
Very okay.
Very okay.
I feel like they're compensating for last time.
Yeah, they're like,
made him very okay.
We can't go too hard. So I think they maybe over-designed this current Oko, I think is a good way of looking at it. I don't mind when planeswalkers can turn into creatures. I think it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, just not as good as the original Oko.
Also, one of his abilities is that he creates a green elk. And I saw that and I was like, why? Like that's so random. Like, is that part of his lore? And then I went on to his Wikipedia page and I couldn't see anything that was elk related.
Yeah, so it calls back to the original Oko.
Was he an elk there?
Yeah, let's just pull up the original Oko.
Wait, now I'm curious.
So you can experience. Where is he? Here he is. Thief of Crowns. From Throne of Eldraine, for 1 a green and a blue, you get 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Oko, +2 you get to create a food token. +1, target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power toughness 3/3. So that's where, the new illusion in the new Planeswalker.
Yeah, I was checking out his lore. I was like, does he ride an elk? Like,
and then for -5, you exchange control of target artifact or creature you control, and target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. It just does a lot for 3 mana.
yeah.
You immediately +1. It's a removal spell, or if you're looking to ult him, which you can do the very next turn, could lead to some very powerful plays. So it's a really great kind of control piece, and just it's so undercosted, and you get to ult him second turn. So he just does he's just extremely good for 3 mana.
Yeah.
4 loyalty for 3. That has 3 powerful modes.
Yeah.
And then so you going from that to the new Oko, it's yeah, I can see what they were trying to do here, but
nobody cares. Also, now he's 4 mana, so
yeah. Which is why I think maybe the my over-designing point comes into play. They're we need to. I think there's power and simplicity when it comes to design, and I think some of the cards people look towards, obviously mana wise, the most powerful cards are on the lower end of the curve because they're playable. 4 is still playable, but it's getting there. First Oko being 3 mana with pretty solid design right off the bat is perfect. And then here for 4 mana, it almost feels like they tried to, I don't know, they just tried too much here.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't do enough. They tried too much and it doesn't execute, I don't think.
Yeah. As my old boss once said, the internet knows when you're trying, and it's just not working.
Mm-hmm. There's a cool new there's a new sword.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this.
The legendary, I guess not legendary, but the Sword of X and Y series. So we've got the Sword of Wealth and Power. For 3 mana, you get an equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from instants and from sorceries. So I'm pretty sure this is the first sword in the series that doesn't have protection from colors. It's got protection from a card type,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty interesting.
But also, though, instants and sorcerers are mostly what's going to be trying to get rid of this.
Exactly.
So that's actually really good.
Yeah, I think this is an extremely powerful card. Because also it has, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And also when you cast the next instant or sorcery spell this turn, you get to copy that spell, and you can choose new targets for that copy. So
it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. It just does a lot, and obviously spell slinging decks are going to care about this a lot. I don't know if it makes the cut for Kark and Sakashima. I think this is too slow. You're also not really using your combat step a ton in that deck anyways, but there are definitely decks, spell slinging decks, that care about this card.
Yeah, wait. So that also, when you see these new sets showcase, new cards that are going to be coming out, do you immediately think of hey, what is this going in?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I immediately assess, especially with my, higher powered, my less casual commander decks.
Okay.
Like Kark and Sakashima.
Your CEDH decks?
Yeah, just my powered up juicers, Preston the Vanisher and my Astor deck, which isn't, by any means, is not a competitive deck, but it's just, I want to make those decks as powerful as they can be.
Do you think Zabaz is same power level?
He's got some potential. I think so. It's what's interesting is there are commanders that are very obviously made for or I should say there are legendary creatures that are made for commander.
Yes.
And a lot of times those play better into the casual setting versus competitive setting.
Okay.
So for CEDH, you're going to be looking into a lot of the OG partner commanders. I think it's from C16 or something like that, because they grant you access to 4+ colors, which gives you, greater access to all the best spells in Magic. So stuff there are 2-color commanders that work, but they're commanders for Zabaz and Astor. interestingly enough, are two Boros decks. They're definitely targeted for like casual commander. So I guess that's what I mean is like Astor is.
You think Yorvo is also casual?
Yeah.
What?
Because okay, and we should have a CEDH episode where we bring on a CEDH guest.
Okay.
Because it's this is a whole other episode unto itself, but CEDH and EDH are two different things.
Really?
Competitive commander is not the same.
So you're telling me what we do at your house is not competitive?
That's literally why I never play Krark in Sakashima.
Really?
In our play group. Because it's not fun. Like I just straight up win turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah.
Which
I mean that usually happens anyway. So what's new? That's just commander for me. I don't know. Like
yeah, but I mean that's the thing is, Zabaz just the tricky thing is like for.
But he's got so much Riz, dude. It's like he's got competitive Riz. He's got competitive energy.
The thing about Astor and Zabaz is they're in the two arguably weakest colors in Commander.
Wait. Yeah, wait. What? Okay, wait.
See, and that's why it's different because
that's mind blowing to me because red and white feels so good.
I know, but
like it's so powerful.
But you look at black, blue, and green, and they have like all of the combo pieces you need.
Yeah,
they've got all the tutors. They've got all the like hyper card draw, like mill your whole deck combo, what have you. So I think in general, I mean that isn't to say like white has a ton of powerful tutors and access to cheap removal spells. Like path, like swords, and things like that, which is why a lot of people run 4-color decks. Like they'll do for like the CEDH tier list. It's like the top deck, and it's probably whatever Thrasios is paired with.
I've never even heard of Thrasios.
See, we're 100% doing a CEDH.
Yeah, I just want like
because
I've never seen this card in my life.
Oh yeah, Timna. So Timna Thrasios is like this is kind of classically the CEDH deck, and I think it's actually gone down a little bit since the meta has changed recently. I think the meta.
Karlov also CEDH? No,
it's 2-color. I'm sorry,
he's so good though.
See,
I can lifelink and I can get a bunch of +1/+1s.
You could definitely, and that's the thing is like you could probably
so good.
You could probably pull off wins with some of these decks, like Preston, for example, a mono white deck that has like a 4-costed commander. It's just never going to do anything. Like that deck is just not. I can put all of the best white spells in that deck, and it just can't win because how is it going to outperform Force of Wills? How is it going to outperform, demonic tutors, stuff that like literally can go fetch your whole combo? It just can't. It just doesn't have the power level needed. So even though you love Zabaz and I love Astor, they're Boros commanders, so they're immediately off the table when it comes to CEDH.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah. So yeah,
we'll circle back to this.
Yeah, I know
people listening, but
Taylor's proxying up, and I told Taylor I'm just going to play Krakashima whenever we do CEDH because I love that deck, and it's basically at a CEDH performing level. But I want him to put Timna Thrasios together. I think Thrasios, Dargo. I think Dargo Thrasios is pretty strong. You'd probably like Dargo. There's also I'm trying to think of.
Well, wait, if you scroll up, okay, that Bruce Tarl guy.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make that.
Okay, there's actually because I know you like artifacts, so we could do.
I love artifacts. I love +1/+1s.
Oh, there's also I think Timna Krom is technically better than Timna Thrasios, but that's neither here nor there. But that's the thing is like, so I think you'd probably like Akiri because it gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, actually.
It's got First Strike, Vigilance, and then I forget what the Akiri. There's like a hold on. Let's look at Akiri. Because there's one deck in mind that I was thinking we should just have Taylor put it together because I think that would be maybe your.
Yeah, let's make Taylor buy it.
Well, so he offered to proxy up a ton of these. It was Akiri and Silas Wren. So Silas Ren is whenever it deals combat damage to a player.
I don't like partner stuff though. So then am I just screwed? Like CDH is just dead to me?
So check it out. So Silas and Akiri, 4 colors.
That's a lot.
A lot. And you know who's the stronger of the two? Silas, because he gives you blue and black. But honestly, blue, black, and for Akiri, you're going to do white. A lot of there's some like artifact synergies in white. And also just, red, white, cheap, efficient removal. So yeah, 4-color deck, 4-color partners. And you don't have to build this deck because we're just going to pull lists. Like, that's the thing about CEDH. We could sit and mull over lists for this. I think it'd be really fun to do that, which is what I've done with Karkashima. I've had a lot of fun building a CEDH level commander.
Yeah.
But I think just for you and like Johnny and Jacob, just hand everyone a CEDH deck and be like, try to figure this out.
Good luck.
Which will be really interesting because there's a lot of like tutoring and you need to like know the combos and know the lines and know when to counter spells, know when to maybe pass priority and hope someone else counters a spell. There's like a lot of like politics is a completely different vibe at a CDH table as well. So
interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got off track here a little bit. I'm excited and eager to have maybe a CDH episode. Maybe
yeah,
soon.
we'll definitely do CDH because I know nothing. I also don't know anything about Commander, but here we are.
Well, you've got some really cool ones, and that's the thing though. Is like I've built more casual commanders than I have competitive commanders. You know what I'm saying? Like I've got Karkashima. That's my CEDH deck. Everything else is just for fun, for like hanging out with the boys and doing our casual commander, nights.
Yeah, I'd probably say Yorvo's my competitive deck. Yeah. I'm totally interested though. Yeah, I'm interested in doing a CEDH episode because I don't know anything, and again, as I've said before on this podcast, I don't know what's good. Like I genuinely I'll read cards and be like, dude, that's busted. And you're like, no, that's actually really bad. It's expensive. It's the wrong color. It's this, that, and the third. And then I'm just kind of like, all right, whatever. I guess.
But I
don't get it.
I think that's the point, though, right? Is like that's what makes building commander decks so fun because you learn along the way a little bit, and like I like having a background knowledge in because I watch a lot of competitive. I haven't played a ton of competitive, but getting into like Legacy, getting into Canadian Highlander, getting into watching vintage drafts, you learn combos and you learn the most powerful bits of Magic. You just don't always play them. But we're going to do a CDH night. We're going to proxy up some decks and we're just going to get after it. It'll be fun.
We're going to let it rip.
Yep. But yeah, look forward to a CDH episode. Hopefully coming soon. Maybe we'll have a guest.
Maybe we'll have a guest.
We'll see. We'll get that in the works. We'll see what's going down. But
I'm excited.
But yeah, let's talk MagicCon Chicago.
Let's do it.
How was it?
Overall, I'd say it was a success. I'd say it was fun. I actually kind of have mixed feelings about it. I'm gonna be honest. I had a lot of fun. Very, very much fun. But would I travel across the country to go to it? No. Would I, if it's in Chicago again, if it's in Milwaukee where we are, I would do it. Would I travel to New York to go to one? No. Was it a fun Saturday getaway? Yes. Would I spend a whole weekend? No.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my conclusion as well, is I'm glad. I know initially we were in talks of maybe doing like an overnight, doing a couple days. I'm glad we went for a day trip. And I'm glad, we're in Milwaukee. We were able to just drive down there.
Yeah.
Hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Stop at the old Portillo's on the way home.
So good.
That it was perfect. It was like the literal cherry on top.
Yeah.
To the day. But yeah, it was super fun. But I agree that for me, it's definitely it's a 1 day experience. You can kind of get it all in one day. It was definitely action packed.
Yeah.
Super fun. Worth going to if it's near you because it was, like we were saying in the last episode, it was my kind of like my first con that I like really was invested in going to. And I loved the energy. It was packed to the gills with people. There were thousands of people there.
Yep.
And I think that's also maybe where some of the issues with the con went. Lines were insane.
Yeah.
We couldn't even go to the merch the entire time. It was a line out the door. I think someone said it was like a 3-hour wait most of the day.
Yeah.
And they sold out of everything. Pretty much. Like all the good stuff sold out the day one. Like we couldn't even get
like Saturday when we were there, like they were sold out.
Yeah, we were at towards the end of the day, we were like at the back. We were like, finally, let's get into line. Let's just tough it out. Let's see what happens. And they had a staff member there that was like, here's the list. Here's what we have left. And literally everything was crossed out.
Yeah.
So
here's something else to note as well. And this is going to sound really weird, but okay. So I've been to cons before for my job and stuff like that. And I've been to like video game, conventions, not just like, mostly video game conventions, but then also I went to a traditional Comic-Con once. And this is going to sound very weird, but those other events, those other conventions I went to, like I would bring a girlfriend to and they would have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just for like, okay, yeah, it's comics or like, yes, it's video games, but it's not just that. Like there's beer there. There's like restaurants that have pop-up shops and like food trucks. Like it's like more of just like a celebration of, whatever the subject that would be. But I was actually really surprised that at Magic the Gathering Con, it is literally all just Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
There, like I would not bring like someone that does not know anything about Magic to this thing. I don't think they would have fun.
Right. Also,
too, another thing to bring up is that at the convention, this is gonna sound very like weird, but at the convention, there was, I'd say most of the people there were there to play Magic, not necessarily to like get merch, not necessarily to go to panels, but to literally sit at a table and play Magic with other people. And I wasn't there for that. I was there to get to go to panels, to buy cool stuff, to get stuff signed, meet artists. So it's just another thing to bring up. Just like if you've never been to a convention, you're curious, you're listening to this, just know that like it is not necessarily like if you have a passing interest in Magic, I maybe wouldn't recommend this. Right.
And I think to your point, you'd get more out of doing the full weekend long pass if you were intending on playing in either ticketed events or casual events, sitting at tables with content creators or friends or what have you, and like actually doing drafts, actually doing cube, actually playing games upon games of Commander, CDH, CPDH, what have you. Which we were there for a day. We knew we didn't have the time to really play in an event. But you definitely have to be of the mind of, I want to go and I want to play like all day long.
Yes.
Which is what our buddy Taylor did. And so I'm really eager to meet with Taylor and get his thoughts on the con too, because he definitely approached it from there's a legacy event. I'm playing in the legacy event.
Yeah.
And he did it. He got there early and he played all day long. So it's like there are the two, to your point, there's the two audiences. There are the two sides to the con. It's like you can go there and compete and play all day, or you can sit in artist lines all day and sit in merch lines all day. So it's hard to balance that all in just a Saturday. So, if the con comes back to the Midwest, maybe we do a weekend and just experience some sort of ticketed event, But I think in general, for our purposes, one day, the Saturday was perfect. We got to experience what we wanted to experience. So, but yeah, let's we'll actually queue up a clip of us driving to the con, kind of getting ourselves in the mindset of the con, and just kind of speculating on what we'd be able to sign speculating on what we'd be able to get signed and do at the con. So, cue clip 1. All right, Wild Dogs on the road.
On the road, baby.
We're heading to MagicCon Chicago. We're based out of Milwaukee, so not too far of a drive, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, not too bad.
But we're being some road warriors, I think the kids call them. What are you looking forward to most here, Luke? Starting off the day.
I've given it some thought. I barely got any sleep last night because I was very excited for today.
Same.
Here's what I'm looking forward to. So, I'm looking forward to mostly buying things. I know that sounds lame, but I'm excited for just a lot of... I did some research, and so I didn't know this because this is my first Magic the Gathering convention, but apparently there's going to be, like, convention-specific merch. So there's going to be, like, Chicago...
Hell yeah.
Magic the Gathering Con merch. So I want to get me some of that. I want to get, like, a cool shirt, like a sweatshirt. I want to get... Like, apparently a couple of years ago they had, like, a varsity jacket that was really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And then my white whale today, my main thing I'm doing, I want to get an artist proof.
Heck yeah. Dude.
I don't care who it's from. I don't care what it is, but I just want to leave with an artist proof in the bag.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. An artist proof feels like it would be the perfect souvenir from a MagicCon. On our last episode, both you and I talked about Artist Alley being kind of one of the highlights, kind of the focal points of a convention. So being able to like actually go there and meet the artists and then have the opportunity to get like an actual, legit artist proof, would be awesome. It would be so cool. So I know right off the bat we're gonna get there. I'm hoping to hop in the line with Mark Teeden. I've got Foreign Black Border Soul Ring. That's what I have to get signed here. I literally have to get this signed. Everything else is like, we'll figure that out as we go. I know Luke's probably going to hop in line with Chris Ron, right?
Yep.
You've got like Crater Hoof, I think you want to get signed.
Yeah, that's my number one. It's Crater Hoof. I want to get that signed.
I've got a bunch of stuff too. Like I've got the F&M promo of Sun Titan. That's one of my Chris Ron pieces I want to get signed. So, I'll be handing Luke off some of my cards to get signed. He'll be handing me, the divide and conquer.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. We're gonna try to get it done, but artist proof sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, artist proof number one. I'm really that's my goal of today. But also I kind of want to get some bootleg stuff. I want to get some bootleg proxies. I want to get some bootleg like maybe a playmat, maybe some cards that some sus cards that are like a little too broken. I kind of want I want some playtest cards. Apparently they have those too. So I'm looking for some bootleg merch too.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with like playmat, MagicCon specific merch in general. That magic drip.
Yeah.
Like the Letterman jacket sounds awesome. So hopefully we'll find some Chicago specific Magic merch. Priority number one. And then we also, neither of us signed up for a sealed event or even constructed events. But we're gonna try to do a Wild Dogs exclusive sealed event. Just get some packs of Jumpstart, even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just crack a couple packs and play some games at the con.
Just to say we did.
Just to say we had we played sealed. We played sealed at the con,
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see how that goes.
Wait, question for you.
Yeah.
Are there any cards? So apparently too, these things have a lot of booths where you can get singles.
Yep.
Are there any hard to find singles that you're looking for?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or are you with the internet I can get whatever I want now?
Yeah, I mean with TCG Player, not a sponsor, but kind of a sponsor.
They sponsor our lives.
Yeah, they sponsor our lives in Magic. I don't know. I don't think there are any specific cards that I'm looking for. I know, I've got. It's kind of funny because I've got store credit at Mana Vault. Shout out Mana Vault. It's our go-to Milwaukee LGS. So I might just go to the LGS booth in Chicago. We drove an hour and a half extra just to go to the Mana Vault, basically.
To use your store credit.
To use my store credit. But yeah, no, there's nothing particular I'm looking for. I think just kind of hopping around from seller to seller and just seeing what they have in stock will be fun. So maybe kind of in the moment something will inspire me to pick it up. But
no big plans for singles purchases right now.
Okay.
How about you?
I have a secret thing I'm doing where I'm trying to collect all of the art variants of Birds of Paradise.
Okay.
And so I have 3 different printings now. So I'm looking for any other printings I don't have. Because, and also too, I'm doing it all in person. I have to be, I'm not going online and buying them. Like, I have to find them in person. So
Okay. That's kind of like a cool little challenge.
it's a little challenge.
Collect them all.
And yeah, I'm always on the hunt for more Birds of Paradises. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, we got the internet. Like, what,
Yeah.
I can find any printing I want online now. So,
Yeah.
but hey, for the culture, I'll see what I can find.
Yeah. I definitely have, I knew. First of all, this is my birthday weekend, so like I have.
Happy birthday, Leland.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
I set some cash aside. I knew I was gonna want to like ball out in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see what we end up. We'll see what haul we end up with. We'll definitely recap you guys at the end of our day here because we're only going down for the Saturday in full. So should be interesting.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, we're gonna be there right when the gates open. Right around 10-ish. Probably be there all day, so we'll see what we find.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side.
Yeah, we'll see you on the other side, guys.
All right. So that was our first those were our first thoughts driving to the con from Milwaukee. It was actually, we both noted the drive there and drive back felt so quick.
Yeah.
So,
like, eerily quick. Driving through Chicago is always a nightmare, and like weirdly, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice. Probably helped that we were like, stoked.
Yeah, we were pretty jazzed to
Pretty
get there.
jazzed. And then on the way home, we were both just like tired and looking forward to Portillo's. So
We were, we were dead. Like by the end of the day,
oh my gosh.
yeah, we were dead, and like people were asking us to play games with them, and we're like, guys, I need to go eat a Chicago style hot dog right now, or else I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, we were scheming. Like both of us on the way to Portillo's were scheming of like ordering the entire menu.
Yeah,
We were like, oh, we need, the Italian beef. We need a hot dog. We need a burger. We need 3 of the chocolate cake shakes, which are insanely good, by the way.
yeah. If you've never had a Portillo's chocolate cake shake, you're missing out.
Yeah. But yeah, so the drive there was good. We got there and we parked right at the convention center. I think, small thing to note, but parking was really easy and connected to the convention. So that was fine,
Also, fun story. I was talking to my mom afterwards. Like I was like telling her all about it. My mom worked at the McCormick place.
Really?
Yeah,
What does she do there?
She's like my mom. She's a painter by trade, and so she her first job out of school was that she was doing all of the convention center like banners and artwork and stuff like that.
That is awesome.
So yeah, so she was like doing like she said that her most famous thing she did was that like they had like a shoe convention there that was like women's high heels and like women's fashion shoes, and so she did like all of the promotional artwork for that.
That's awesome.
I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, small world.
Yeah.
The good old McCormick place.
Yeah.
Which is huge. That place was massive. Like
Yeah.
just the walk from our car through the center to get to like the rooms where the convention was being hosted, like felt like a half mile.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably was actually. Probably was.
And yeah, like leaving the con, just going through that giant empty hallway just felt so daunting. I was like, we just need to get to the car right now. Like this place is too big right now. I'm getting stressed out here.
Yeah.
Then we got like pseudo lost on the way back because we went down the wrong escalator and we ended up in like the sewers of Chicago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a huge, huge convention center, which made perfect sense as it was sold out.
Yeah.
It was packed to the gills the whole time we were there.
Yep.
Which was kind of cool. It was exciting to see so many people gathered for the gathering.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
And it was cool too to just see people like sitting on the ground in the hallway, just like playing and like hanging out and talking and stuff. It was cool. It was really cool. Okay, so let's now, like, the first thing we did was that we beeline for the artist alley. What did you conquer while you were there?
Yeah, so we tried to divide and conquer. I think right away we wanted to get like a feel for the artist alley. We went and kind of scoped out where everyone was, took a look at lines, and then Luke jumped into the Steve Belladin line, and I initially was going to go to the Mark Teden line. But I got there and it felt too late, and I was behind. There was a staff member, and she was like, yeah, anyone after me, like, he's going to have to go to lunch and come back. So I was like, okay, whatever. I shouldn't have listened to the staff member. This is my one pro tip.
There was a lot of that, by the way.
There's a lot of that, and it's just to like keep lines in control and to like, so if there's a staff member, you can stand behind them, and I should have just stayed there because honestly his line was not that long, and he was definitely there for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
I could have done the Mark Teden line, but I was just like, okay, I want to. And another thing that like swayed me off of that line is I also saw that, RK Post line is dead right now. Dan Scott's line dead right now. There wasn't a soul in Phil Foglio's line. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go do all that.
Yeah.
And then eventually make my way back to Mark Teden, which was good because I was able to see a ton of the artists I really wanted to see, but I wasn't able to hit kind of the biggest one I wanted to see, which is unfortunate. I never got my Foreign Black Border Soul Ring signed, but is what it is. I got a ton of other stuff that I really, really wanted signed. So
yeah, I had the same situation. I want to get into what is it, Chris Rain?
yeah, I really wanted. Yeah, I had a bunch of cards that I gave to you for that too. That
I had a Crater Hoof I wanted signed, and like the staff there was like, "Get out of here, you're not welcome here, boy." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." But then I wasn't like I hadn't done this before, so I just was like, "All right, I'll take you at your word and go somewhere else."
Yeah. So that's our pro tip is like just stay in the line. Like
don't listen to the staff.
If you get there early, just stay in line. Like don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You'll get to the other lines. A lot of the other artists that I saw, their lines weren't, crazy by comparison to the Chris Ron, the Mark Tedens, the Mark Pools. Like those lines, you just have to be in.
Yeah.
Elena Danner, that's another one of my biggest regrets. Her line was insane.
Yeah, it was.
I knew it was going to be.
door.
I knew it was going to be long, but it took up like it was ridiculous how people were literally like camping out there too.
Yeah.
When she went on break, people were like sitting there playing games of Commander in her line. And I was like, what is going on right now? So a lot of the big artists, just if you get there early, sit in the line and just do it. Just accept that you're going to be there a couple hours. But I was able to see Phil Foglio for my Prosperity classic art. Definitely one of the cards I really wanted to get signed. Got that signed, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Kai Carpenter, got my Raised by Giants signed by him, which was cool. He was incredibly nice too. Marco Manev, another incredibly nice person. He did a bunch of the kind of ring border arts from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Which I was hoping to buy artist proofs of, but I guess he sold out in Vegas or whatever.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I was able to get a Vein Ripper artist proof.
That's awesome.
Which was awesome. It was like $10 too. So I was like, oh, this is sick. Also super, super nice guy. Dan Scott got my Ponder sign. I got a couple Diabolic Intent signed. One for you, one for me.
Heck yeah.
Professional Facebreaker. Yeah, Dan Scott's got a ton of cool cards I was able to get signed. RK Post, Thought Vessel, Arbor Elf. And he's got a really unique system for signing his cards. He does he keeps a tally of how many of each one he's signed. I think it's maybe per con or something like that.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
He'll number it and date it and then do his signature. And his signature is extremely cool.
That's awesome.
So I almost wish I would have brought more for RK Post because he has a cool signature, and that kind of unique little touch of numbering and dating each card that he signs is kind of cool.
That's really cool, actually.
Lana Richards, I got my borderless alternate art Talion signed, which was cool. Jeff Lobenstein, the Molting Harpy, which is that really suspect harpy lady, if you recall.
Wait,
Let me-
who?
let me-
I feel like I would have remembered a sus
Oh, yeah.
harpy lady.
And I actually did the it was the only card I brought for Jeff.
Just remind him. Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I brought a foil molting harpy from Mercadian Masks, and I had him do like the shadow signature on it. So I think I have to build a molting harpy PDH deck just for the culture.
It's so bad too.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not a good commander, but I don't know. It's a goofy deck. Could be fun.
I like it.
Also did Aaron Miller. I think I got some Reflections signed. I got a Cursed Totem signed. And then our boy Doug Schuler, who we shouted out with the old Shelkin Brownie last episode.
Oh yeah.
And we both got APs from the old Schuler.
Who did you get?
I got a Flicker AP, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I've got my mono white Blink deck with Preston the Vanisher, and I was like, there's so many better Blink spells, because Flicker's a sorcery speed 2-mana Flicker is basically what it does. But for an signed artist proof, it's like, yeah, I got to do that. So I got that signed. I also got my Joven signed. That was another one of my goals, was to get Joven and Chandler signed. I got some other stuff by Schuler signed as well. An interesting person. We'll put it at that. He seems like a very interesting guy.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
But yeah, I got a Joven Shadow signature and Flicker artist proof. How about you? How did the Schuler line treat you?
I had an interesting experience with Doug Schuler. So for starters, I got a Force of Nature playmat that was signed by him, which was kind of cool. But then also, it was a buyer's remorse. I bought it, and then literally I was like, "Why did I buy this? I don't need this. I don't need another mat, especially a Force of Nature mat. Like that's
pretty random.
It was super random. I just was like instant buyer's remorse. But what I don't have buyer's remorse for is that I bought an artist proof Shelkin Brownie.
Yes,
the boy himself. I asked him for it, and he looked at me, and he's like, "Yeah." It's just like I thought he'd be like, "Oh, that was kind of weird. Why would you want that?" But he just didn't. He just unfazed. He's like, "Yeah, sounds good. Here it is." Very robotic. Also, what we're discussing when we're talking about like weird experiences with him. After I went through the line, I was like putting the cards like in my deck box, and the person behind me wanted him to sign a playmat, and he flipped his shit on him. Like he was like, "I'm not signing that. That's felt like that stuff gets on my hand," and he freaked out on the guy behind me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I made eye contact, like, "Oh, that we were not expecting that." Like, he looks like a nice old man, and he just like flipped out on this guy.
Yeah, that's I have a feeling he's just burnt out on the cons or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he's just been doing this for too long. I think he needs to go to the farm and retire. He seems like a nice guy, but yeah, it was just like out of nowhere, just
out
like
of
left field, just heel turn, just freaked out on this guy. So I don't know. It was weird, but hey, it was late in the day. It's he's probably been sitting there for hours. So
right. Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, in general though, every artist I met and talked to was really nice.
Yeah.
Again, Kai Carpenter and Marco Manev, and it might have been because I caught them at like their lines were really low, so I think maybe they felt like they had a bit more time to like sit and talk. But yeah, great guys for sure.
I also I spent like 2.5 hours in Steve Belladin's line, and then I learned that one of the reasons why his took so long was because he was like talking to everybody. And so he was just a super nice guy. Steve Belladin was talking to everybody. He was giving away stuff for free. So I bought one of my bounties at the beginning there, you heard in the original clip, was that I wanted a Steve Belladin, I wanted an art proof. And so I got a Rampant Growth artist proof with custom artwork on the back. And there's like a squirrel, and there's like the stock market behind him, and he looks all mischievous. It was hilarious. And then because I bought that, he gave me an Evolving Wilds artist proof for free, so I got 2 for the price of 1.
That's awesome.
So that was really cool. He signed everything. I had an overwhelming stampede he signed. All kinds of cool stuff. And he was just talking to everybody. He'd never been to Chicago before, so he was asking everybody in line, like, hey, where should me and my wife get dinner after this? Like, super nice guy. If you ever see him at a con in the future, make sure to go to his booth, because he just seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah. Overall, Artist Alley, I think, just good vibes, but good vibes, long lines.
Yep.
I think that's the new slogan for Artist Alley. But
you have to make friends with the people in line, or else it'll just be.
Yeah, Luke was hamming it up with. It seems like you kind of lucked out with your line mates there.
Yeah, I made some friends.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I would pop in, because I was hustling. I was really trying to like make the rounds, and
you had that dog in you, dude. You were going for it.
And it's mostly because I was like, the Teeden line is way too long. Let's just try to grind as many. Let's go for quantity over quality a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not so much. Obviously, that's not saying the quality of the other artist's art is lesser. It was more so just like for the cards that I wanted. Like, obviously the 4 and black border Soul Ring is like, one of my most prized possessions as a Commander player. That was like top of my list, but I unfortunately wasn't able to get that signed. But I got a ton of other staples, a ton of other really good cards signed by hustling a little bit and getting to a lot of the kind of shorter lines. So that felt good. Coming away with like dozens of signatures was really cool. So, but yeah, while Luke was caught up in the Belladin line, I went to a panel. I went to Shivam and Wheeler Love Magic Live, which was awesome. I love both of those content creators. They're both really cool guys, really cool people, and it was great to see them put on a live podcast. They were talking about Streets of New Capenna Commander cards from the Commander set. So kind of interesting to like see their perspective on some of these kind of lesser known cards.
That's pretty random.
Pretty mad random, but it was super fun. And they were like, the crowd was really engaged. And afterwards, I, went up to Wheeler, had him sign a bunch of really random cards, which was kind of fun. One of which was a like retro border Ponder that was also signed by Dan Scott. And Wheeler has the Ponder, the Ponder art tattooed.
Oh, really?
It's something I associate with Wheeler just because I watch a lot of North 100, a lot of his Canlander stuff. So I was like, this feels like a very Wheeler card. So it was cool to get the retro border Ponder signed by both Dan Scott and Wheeler. So that was kind of cool. And then I had Shivam sign a Grimgrin because he's got...
Okay. Kind of random.
He actually played... I guess Grimgrin is one of his favorites Commander decks. I think it was the first Commander deck he ever built.
Interesting.
And he played it on Shuffle Up and Play, his Grimgrin deck. So I was like, I have this card in my Zombies deck. And I have this art, the new Multiverse Legends art.
Okay.
So I had him sign a foil one of these, which was kind of cool. Felt fitting.
Interesting color combination.
Yeah. But I also was able to meet, which is kind of cool, I met some of the other Loading Ready Run crew. Yeah, Graham and Kathleen were there, so I got to meet them, which was cool. I met the other Ben, not Ben Wheeler, Ben Ulmer. I actually just ran into him, bumped into him kind of over by the ticketed play area, which was cool.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing to bring up, too, is that for people that have never been to these things, you'll just see people that you see on the internet just walking around. Like, there's no, if you go to, like, other conventions, there'll be famous people, but, like, they'll just be, like, in their own little area, or they'll be in, like, a VIP section. But at Magic the Gathering Con, like, everybody is just walking around. Yeah, like, the very first thing we did when we got there was bump into Andrea Mengucci. Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah, just like you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Like you think you see these people on the internet, and you're like, oh man, that's like some famous guy. Well, Mengucci was just outside of the bathroom, like, and took a picture with him. There's no divider. It's we're all equal at Magic the Gathering Con.
Yeah, which actually I think this is a good segue into our next clip. We had a break in our day where we had to, you know, we had a break in a day where we needed to re-energize.
Yes.
I'll put it that way. So we got hot dogs. We were in Chicago. We had to get,
For the culture,
for the culture, had to get hot dogs. So we had hot dogs, and then we were walking back over towards the, the event play area because we were hoping to run into Taylor, which we never saw him. Like we walked through that area so many times, and we tried to coordinate, but it was just so huge. There were so many people.
Yeah.
It was hard to like coordinate anything.
It really was.
It was just a sea of people the whole time. But yeah, here's a quick little clip because I think we actually spotted Mengucci again.
Yep.
So, here are some mid-con thoughts.
All right, so we're at the con.
Oh, okay. All right, we're doing
Spontaneous.
All right,
Luke
okay.
had no idea this was coming. I
I'm
just
down.
figured it feels like the right time. We've been here so it's 3. So when did we get here? 10-ish?
Yeah, 10-ish. So yeah, we've been here.
So 5 hours, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Most
Just
of the
waiting
time,
in lines.
Yeah, honestly, just Artist Alley. That's what we've been up to this whole time so far.
I'm done with Artist Alley.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we
Dude,
came
there's
away,
Mengucci
though.
again. What
Really?
yeah, right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're seeing people.
Yeah, we're seeing the hits.
We're going places, seeing the faces.
But no, for those listening, absolutely incredible. You guys should all check out a con if you haven't been to one.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
100%. Luke and I, we both got artist proofs.
Yep.
So
We'll talk about one of them on the show. 'cause
Yeah.
It's special.
yeah, just figured we'd check in real quick. We found the white table, so like hopefully we're over in the ticketed play area. Hopefully we can find our buddy Taylor in here. He's in the sea of people. And
Also, I'm willing this into existence. Apparently, Zach Stella, the author and the creator of Yorvo, is here, like working, not like signing cards, but
yeah.
like he's like looking for talent and he's working for Wizards. So, willing it into existence now. I'm gonna run into him randomly and have him sign Yorvo. I got it. I got the card out and I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to go.
all right. Well, yeah, we'll check back in later, or we'll check back in the regular scheduled programming.
Heck yeah.
All right. So that was that.
We're back.
Yeah, you can kind of hear in the background there the just kind of the noise of everyone else both playing and
You can hear the panic in our voice as we're trying to navigate the con.
Yeah, it was a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie, especially the tables. The table area for play was like just chaos. It felt like, and yeah, just thousands of people, just in a sea of thousands of people was kind of nuts. It was exciting, but also like, wow,
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the creator area was kind of cool too. I got to meet Quest for the Jank Lord. I got their shirt on right now.
He's wearing it right now.
They gave me a shirt, which was super cool. Very nice guys. I love their content so much. So when I saw them, I was like, I kind of like they were playing a game, so I didn't want to bother them. But then they looked up and they're like, oh, like, hey. And I was like, hey, like, I love your guys' show. They've been doing this series
You're
with
just standing outside of their window, just staring in.
Well, I saw them and I was like literally like stopped for a moment just to check out their game and like see what was going on. I was about to start moving on, and one of the guys was like, hey, like, you want a shirt? I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because I was like, yeah, I really love your show. They have this series right now where they're doing a judge's tower. And I think I actually talked about, I'm currently building a judge's tower.
Yeah.
So I've been really enjoying watching their series with their judge's tower. And yeah, they're just super nice guys. Got a picture with them and they hooked it up. I got a sweet Jank Lord shirt, man.
It looks awesome.
So yeah, and that's the other thing is like everyone that I had met or talked to is super friendly, super nice.
Everybody.
I think the vibes were great because everyone was just so excited to collect as a community.
Yep.
To gather, some might say.
Mm-hmm.
To gather for the gathering, and it was just good energy all around.
No, no, exactly. You nailed it.
And And then yeah, we did. There was an exclusive Wild Dogs sealed play event
Yes.
that we put on. Actually,
Very exclusive. It
Um,
was just us.
yeah, it was literally Luke.
Just two people.
Luke found a box of Jumpstart for $80, which pretty good deal.
What a deal.
I mean, they're
$80 for
sitting,
Jumpstart?
I think right now they're sitting at like 95, 100. So
Yeah.
like, we were like, yeah, let's just do it because.
I definitely made money off of it too.
Did you open up the whole thing?
I'm an animal. Of course I did.
What did you
I got
pull?
home and I ripped it apart like an animal.
Oh, you probably got that what was it? What was it called? The Sanguine Bond. The one you were talking about earlier, the black.
Oh,
enchantment?
no, that was exquisite
Exquisite Blood. Yeah.
exquisite
yeah,
blood. I got that in there. So that's like half of it.
Yeah.
What else did I get in there that was cool? So yeah, I got that. Oh, I got Tiny Bones.
Heck yeah.
Got Tiny
See, there you
Bones.
go.
That was cool. I actually also, guys, I'm such an addict for packs that I was cracking packs during the con.
Yeah, I think I
Like, we'd be in
remember.
line and I just like reach into my backpack and pull out a little Jumpstart packet and see what was up.
Yeah, we were watching the Mark Rosewater. He did his like 20 favorite mechanics or something like that. And you were just
Yeah.
open up Jumpstart packs during that.
Which, by the way, I know
Um,
he invented Magic. I know he's the guy. I don't agree with his best mechanics of all time. He had some.
Yeah, let's pull that up. Actually, I bet you.
I have it right here.
All right, let's hear it. Take
so
it away.
here was his according to Rosewater, here are his top fives. Number 1, Flashback. Number 2, Landfall. Number 3, Transform. Number 4, Cycling. Number 5, Kicker. There's 15 others. We don't care about those. We're just talking about the top 5. I thought okay, Landfall, yes, banger, great. But like Cycling number 4, Flashback is okay too, but like Cycling as the number 4 spot, Transform is the number 3 spot. Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought it was a little. I don't know. I think, like, I'm looking at the list. Check it out yourselves, guys. But I thought Proliferate would be in the top 5.
Mm.
Then again, I'm also a plus
Yeah,
1+1 guy,
that's
so
true. That's true.
I love Proliferate.
Yeah.
Even like, I don't know, even like Morph I thought would be higher
Okay,
because Morph can be fun.
interesting. I mean, it's 6. It's pretty high up.
Or like,
there.
how is Ninjutsu on this list?
Well, it's low on. It's 19.
It's 19 on the list, but I don't know. It's I don't know. Or like, okay, how isn't Trample on this list?
I guess it's classic. He was
Or
probably
Lifelink. Why isn't Lifelink on here?
Yeah, I guess a lot of those just classic static abilities. Maybe he thought those were too just like they're staples. Like everyone knows Death Touch.
Yeah, but everyone
Everyone
what about
knows
Landfall?
Reach.
It's like basic.
Yeah, it's number 2. He's got number 2.
I know, but I don't know. I was a little.
Well, the thing
Like,
about
have you
Landfall
played this
is, like,
game?
he went into the history of each of these mechanics. In Landfall, he went into like he really wanted to do a land set, I think is what he was explaining. And
Which I would love, by the way. That'd be really cool.
and they did do like they went and did lands in Zendikar and like Zendikar Rising. There's the Landfall set for you right there. Like, so it's kind of cool that like hear the history of some of these, which is like why maybe Trample or Flying and stuff like that. Those have just always been around. Like it's just they've been innate to the game. You
Yeah,
know
but
what
he
I'm
said
saying?
of all time.
Yeah. Maybe those are like too freebie. You know what I'm saying? Like they're too
Maybe.
too much of like a gimme. But it was really cool listening to him kind of talk about like the history of each of these mechanics. I guess if you had to reorder them, since you've been like kind of on one about how you disagree with his list so much, what would your top 5 mechanics of all time be?
Trample.
Of course, the mono green Andy over here.
Number 1, Trample. 2, Lifelink. Or no, we'll keep Landfall is number 2.
Okay.
3,
You guys can agree on
Proliferate. 4, Lifelink.
that.
5, Flying.
Okay.
What would yours be?
Simple and sweet. I like it. That's
Those
that's
are
a good.
That's what I beeline for whenever I look
Mhm.
at cards. I see stuff like a mass. That's one of the things where I'm like, nah, that's too much. Cascade is also another good one. I put that in the top 10.
Yeah, it's really broken. I'm sure that's why he had it so low on his list.
Yeah.
They're like, we kind of messed up with that one.
He's
so.
embarrassed.
Yeah, my top 5. What would my top 5 mechanics of all time look like? I don't disagree. I mean, flashback number 1, 100%. Like, flashback is just such a strong ability that, like, you see play in all formats, right? Like, Faithless Looting. Why is that such a good card? Because you can play it twice. You can cast it twice. Dread Return, same deal. I've got one that I like in particular is Rite of Harmony that I've got in my Vanilla Creatures deck. The Jasmine of the Boreal Valley.
Yeah.
The Eldin Irithyll of the Boreal Valley Vanilla Creatures deck, because it's all creature focused. It's got a bunch of enchantments. And this, you basically kind of storm into drawing cards. And then you can flash this back later to, get double the value on it in white and green, which, doesn't have a ton of good card draw options. So, I don't know. Flashback would probably still sit at number 1 for me. Number 2 for me would probably be, man, this is so tricky. I can see why he did a whole panel on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, Equip. I've got my Astor equipment deck. So Equip would definitely be up in my top 5 for sure. Prowess. I love Prowess. Super good. I love spell slinging, so Prowess is pretty good. Very strong. I'd probably have Proliferate in mine as well, because I've got my Grumgully. One of my PDH decks is all about Proliferate, so that would be my top 5. And then maybe Monarch. Honestly, I love Monarch for Commander. I also love Monarch for, like Palace Jailer and Vintage Cube. I see, in Canlander, there's a lot of Monarch going on there. It's just a unique way of like having card advantage be hit the table, and then you have to try to protect it. Like, you get to draw extra cards at the end of your turn, but you need to be able to protect it. Otherwise, your opponent will then get Monarch and draw extra cards. So adds like a layer of I don't know, intrigue to the game. So Flashback, Equip, Proliferates, Prowess, and Monarch are going to be my top 5 mechanics of all time.
Cool.
So
I like it.
Yeah.
I like all your options better than his.
Yeah, he did leave out Equip, which I guess makes sense because there's a lot of really famous equipment.
Yes.
In Magic, like the swords we were talking about earlier, Shadow Spear, another just like such a strong card.
Also, guys, like, what about Lightning Greaves? That's
an
equipment.
Swiftfoot Boots,
Swiftfoot,
Skull Clamp. There's a lot of staples, really, really extremely powerful cards with the old Equip ability. So definitely got to be a top 5 for me. Anyways, back to our sealed play. Got a box of Jumpstart, cracked it, and we both threw together 2 packs to make decks. And we played on the floor at the con, which I wish they would have had more tables in that front entryway.
I would actually say it was about 50-50 people playing on tables and not playing on tables.
Yeah, kind of rough, honestly.
Yeah, it was not ideal.
Definitely should have had way more tables, but is what it is. Is what it is.
Yeah.
It was honestly kind of fun to like sit on the ground and like we were, in our parents' living room as kids throwing down cards or something, like for the nostalgia factor, but
yeah,
definitely would have preferred to be at a table. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Paid to come to a Magic Con to play Magic, which is traditionally played at tables. So having a couple extra tables for people to play Magic would have been should have been a no-brainer.
They literally just had tables for ticketed play.
Yeah, they had some free play area, but it was very minimal by comparison.
Yeah, it was like 2 tables, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, and they were circular.
Yeah, it was interesting because there was, the whole lobby area had traditional card tables. The Creator and Commander free play areas had traditional tables, but it was much smaller compared to, obviously, the events. And then, they had some weird round tables that were more just for, like, sitting. Like, they would have been okay for Commander, I guess, but instead of having those round tables for resting, it's good to have like an area just for people to like sit. But those should have just been card tables. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you.
But yeah, played some games of Jumpstart, which was fun. And then to wrap up our day, we went and did the Karlov Manor like murder mystery event thing, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
It was like a little like you had to play the role of the detective and like solve the case by going through like 3 different like activities, and we got these cool little badges by solving the case, so kind of a fun little souvenir and like a fun activity to kind of wrap the whole event up with, I guess.
When we were doing this thing, like they were like telling us while we were doing it, they were like, okay, so you're gonna get a surprise gift at the end once you finish it. And then when they handed us a little badge that was like a little detective badge, the guy next to me, I heard him whisper, he's like, oh, I thought it would be a card. He was like bummed out.
I honestly, it should have been at least a play booster of Karlov Manor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, a fun promo would have been cool.
Yeah, like we got a cool counterspell promo. So
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that would have been kind of fun. Like, because honestly, like,
That's why we're here, guys, to get
Yeah.
cards.
yeah, right. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe
Not some lead-based paint.
it should have been a
badge.
pack. It should have been a play booster pack of Karlov Manor. I
Yeah.
think that's probably the easiest for them to do. Obviously, it wouldn't have been a second promo. Would have probably caused chaos and would have inundated that event to the point where or that area of everyone would just pack in, and like you wouldn't be able to do it if it was like a quote unquote good prize.
Yeah.
But it would incentivize people more so to like engage with it, because it was like the whole time we were there, it was always like kind of empty, that area, and we were able to jump in and like get it done in 15-20 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, I like the little badge. It's cool. It's like our little we're detectives now. It was like the we completed the con badge,
Yeah. There you go.
but it should have been a play booster.
Should have definitely been something I could have used in the future, but that's okay. No, I just thought it was funny. The guy next to me was just like, "Are you serious? Like, I thought it was a card." And I was like, "Bro, this is the exhibit for children. Like,
Yeah, right.
don't expect anything cool."
Yeah, we get like the those like the little sheriff or deputy badge of the
Yeah.
day, like a kid's little. You did it.
Yeah. Also, speaking of children things, it was really funny. There was a section where they had like Ixalan dinosaurs and said like, "Don't climb on the dinosaurs."
Yeah.
I saw like 4 kids climbing on the dinosaurs. They just
Oh, yeah.
completely ignored.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of funny. But no, all together, final thoughts. What are you thinking about? How did you think about the con?
Had a great time. Really glad we went. As you were saying before, it was the perfect amount of time. I think doing the one day, we got to experience it all for the most part, and yeah, I definitely would do it again in the future. And it's good to to have the experience and kind of know, kind of like the general, I guess, blueprint of what a con will look like moving forward.
Yeah.
I would definitely approach. Yeah, I guess I would re-strategize signatures. So I would maybe spend a little bit less time in lines and a little bit more time playing Jumpstart, playing Commander with some friends, playing Commander with new people, just to get a bit more well-rounded experience. Less time just standing in Artist Alley.
Yeah.
And a bit more time like engaging with people and actually getting games of Magic in. So, but overall, really loved it. How about you?
Yeah, I'd say I had a lot of fun. Very glad I went. The whole the whole experience was really fun. Getting up early and driving to Chicago. But yeah, I think one day is perfect. I can't see how a whole weekend of this would be would be worth it. So just like one day was great. And yeah, I think would I go again? Yes. If it was in my neighborhood, yes. If it was, would I travel for this? No. But overall, very fun. Had a lot of fun. Got to meet some cool people. Got some cool signatures. Definitely not a forgettable experience.
Oh yeah. And yeah, next up for the Wild Dogs, Anime Milwaukee.
Okay. All right. We'll see about
I'm
that.
bringing Luke to Anime Milwaukee.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We're doing it. Wild Dogs, Anime Milwaukee. Meet us there.
Jesus.
No, it'll be fun. We'll definitely get a day pass and go to Anime Milwaukee. And well, they last time I went, they have magic packs there. So at the very least, we'll buy some magic cards at Anime Milwaukee.
That's wild.
We'll do some, people watching. I'm sure we'll see some cool cosplays. Who knows? We might even see a magic cosplay or two at the old Anime Milwaukee. So
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Let's wrap this thing up with a classic Scryfall random spirit creature of the week.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
It's that kind of week, baby.
I guess it's that kind of week. So, first one I landed on is Greater Werewolf from Homelands, which feels suiting because I got Joven signed at MagicCon Chicago. So, of course, we need to pay homage to Homelands in some regard here. Again, shout out Doug Schuler for the artist proofs and interesting time in line. Greater Werewolf. So for 4 and a black, you get a 2/4 creature werewolf with, at the end of combat, put a -0/-2 counter on each creature blocking or blocked by Greater Werewolf.
Interesting.
What? This this has to do with -0/-2 counters. Magic back in 1995, ladies and gentlemen.
That's wild.
And it's got this crazy art from Dennis Detwiller with this guy in, it's of course the full moon, and he's like melding. It's not like a traditional, he's transforming from man to werewolf in this picture. It's very grotesque,
Yeah.
to say the least. This art is pretty horrific.
It's like
and-
adult Animorphs.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's very
Why does he
creepy.
have 2 mouths?
Yeah, the two mouth thing is really throwing me off here.
Just not of the Lord.
Yeah, but the flavor text is, the wolf things are no mere beasts, but the lieutenants of the Baron. This is by Taysir. I'm guessing is a vampire. I'm assuming they're referencing Baron Sangir here. Yeah, this is a very Bloodborne looking card. It's like Orphan of Kos
Yeah.
mutating into a werewolf. Yeah, the wolf things are no mere beasts, but the lieutenants of the Baron.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Are you going to keep it?
yeah,
I'm
not gonna mulligan this because it's, again, shout out Joven from Homelands. Shout out Doug Schuler. Thanks for the artist proof and fun time at MagicCon. So it feels suiting. How about you? What did you land on?
So I landed on Mindless Automaton.
Okay.
Which is an artifact creature construct, and it says Mindless Automaton enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and then for 1, I can discard a card and put a 1/1 counter on Mindless Automaton, and then I can also remove a +1/+1 counter from it and draw a card. I actually almost had this in Zabaz,
Okay.
and I own this card. Not this artwork treatment of it. I have the Commander Legends version of it.
Okay.
But
cool.
yeah, I'm keeping this. As you guys know, I love artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite creature type is artifact, and I love +1/+1 counters. I love drawing cards. This is a great card too for if you're in colors like white and red that don't have a lot of card draw in it. This is
a very Luke oriented Magic card.
it. Really is.
Feels right.
It feels right. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Cool. So werewolf and construct.
Yeah, and shout out to the illustrator, Chris Seaman,
Mm-hmm.
for making this artwork.
Yeah, Chris Seaman. He's known for. He's got a bunch of cards actually.
He's like a new age Magic guy. Like I'm looking here, and like all of his artwork is recent stats.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, he did Meat Hook Massacre. That's a
classic.
That's a banger. Oh, he also did the modern art for Boon Reflection.
Ooh.
I love the OG.
Do you have copies, by the way?
Shadowmoor? I do.
Interesting.
I think I'm using both of them though.
No.
We can talk about it. But I love the OG with the two
That's
weird.
what I hope
little-
to look like when I'm that
Yeah,
age.
this is me and you. This is what the wild dogs are
Yeah,
gonna look
this
like.
is wild dogs in the home. in that
Oh,
nursing home
no.
look like?
Yeah, the new one from Double Masters is so cool.
I love it.
Really, really good art. So yeah, shout out Chris Seaman. He's got tons of really cool art. You guys should definitely check him out. Oh, he also did the Magic Fest Path to Exile. Dude, he's got some bangers. That's
He
for
really
sure.
does. I'm like looking at all this. I'm like, man, this is what I look at
Mhm.
night on my phone before going to bed. Is this man's artwork?
Oh, he also did Rage Reflection, which is not like, I mean, for 6 mana. It's a 6 mana enchantment. Creatures you control have double strike. But the flavor text of make every blow count. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm here for
And the
it.
Shadowmoor art is also nuts. But all right, well, I think that will do it for this week's episode. Be sure to answer the community question in the episode description, which is, would you go to a MagicCon? And if you've already been to a MagicCon, what's your favorite memory from a MagicCon? So let us know. For me, mine would definitely just be hanging out with my buddy Luke here, doing Artist Alley, getting a bunch of signatures, and meeting a ton of awesome new people. How about you, Luke?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head. That would be mine too. Hanging out with Leland, going to Artist Alley, making some new friends,
Yeah.
and meeting some of the creators that we love.
Absolutely. Thanks to our sponsors. We currently have none. If you'd like to sponsor the show, please reach out to us via email at wilddogspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to the show. Connect with us through Twitter or Instagram at wilddogspod, and over on our Discord, which you're invited to also in the episode description. Finally, thanks to Johnny Bartlett for creating the intro and outro music. Please check out the link to his SoundCloud in the episode description below. Until next time, Wild Dogs out.
Thanks, everyone.
Magic the Gathering. Magic, magic, magic. I'm so magic. Gathering magic. Spend a lot of money on cards. Playing cool cards with my friends.